Imagine stumbling across a letter that flips your entire reality upside down. That's exactly what happened to Prince Harry, and the shockwaves from that discovery are enough to make anyone pause and wonder, how well do we really know the stories behind the headlines? At first glance, it sounds like the setup of a Netflix drama. Secret letters, hidden truths, and a royal marriage tested by revelations no one expected. But in this case, the whispers swirl around something far more personal. Meghan Markle, surrogacy, and alleged cover-ups that could change the way the world sees the Sussex family. But before we continue, please subscribe, like, and turn on the notification bell for more updates. Now, before you roll your eyes and think, here we go again with another royal scandal, pause for a second. This isn't just gossip for gossip's sake. It's about trust, family, and the messy, very human side of people who've been elevated to near-mythical status. And that's where the story gets fascinating. When Harry reportedly uncovered Meghan's private letters, the discovery wasn't just about ink on paper. It was about the invisible cracks in a relationship the world has dissected endlessly. Can you imagine finding words from your spouse that suggest life-changing decisions were made without your full understanding? The kind of words that leave you replaying every conversation in your head, wondering if you missed the signs? That's the sort of gut punch that can unravel even the strongest of bonds. The letters allegedly revealed discussions about arranging surrogates for Archie and Lilibet, paired with legal maneuvers to make it appear Meghan had carried the pregnancies herself. Whether true or not, the emotional weight of simply believing your partner kept such a monumental secret is enough to shatter your world. And here's the kicker, Harry's breakdown wasn't just about the letters. It was about betrayal. About realizing that the truth, no matter how well hidden, eventually finds its way into the light. Think back to a time when someone you trusted deeply kept something from you. Maybe it wasn't about babies or paperwork, but the sting of betrayal feels universal, doesn't it? That sinking feeling in your chest, the racing thoughts, the how could they? Playing like a broken record in your mind. Royals may live in castles, but heartbreak? That lives in all of us. This is where Harry's breakdown becomes more relatable than royal. Strip away the titles, the palaces, the paparazzi, and what you have is a man grappling with the most primal of emotions. Doubt. Doubt in his partner, doubt in his own ability to see clearly, doubt in the future he thought he was building. And here's where the story takes on a haunting irony. For years, Harry and Meghan have positioned themselves as truth-tellers, exposing what they claim are cover-ups and manipulations within the monarchy. But what happens when the alleged deception comes from within your own home? If you've ever found yourself caught in the paradox of defending someone fiercely, only to later question their honesty, you know the emotional chaos it creates. On the outside, you're standing tall, shield raised, fending off critics. On the inside, though, you're replaying moments, searching for the lies between the lines. That's where Harry's story takes us. Into the lonely space between loyalty and suspicion. The alleged surrogacy revelations, whether fact or rumor, open up a broader question about image versus authenticity. Royals and celebrities, too, often curate their lives with precision. But what does that do to trust within the relationship itself? If your partner feels the pressure to maintain an image at all costs, where does honesty fit in? And here's the million-dollar question. Can love survive secrets this big? Now let's zoom out for a moment. Beyond the royal spectacle, there's something incredibly human about this story that deserves attention. How many times have we put on a perfect front for others, hiding the messy truth because we fear judgment? Whether it's pretending everything's fine in a relationship, exaggerating success at work, or keeping family struggles under wraps, the act of concealing truth is practically universal. Meghan's alleged letters might be an extreme example, but aren't we all guilty of a little image management? That's the uncomfortable mirror this story holds up. It forces us to ask, when does protecting an image cross into deceiving the ones we love most? Here's where things take a twist. Harry's emotional unraveling, while deeply painful, may also serve as a breakthrough. Sometimes, it takes a breakdown to strip away illusions and force raw honesty. Think of it as tearing down old wallpaper. You hate the mess, the dust, the effort, but only then do you discover the cracks that need fixing underneath. Maybe, just maybe, Harry's heartbreak is the messy beginning of a more authentic future, whether with Meghan or apart from her. And for us, the takeaway is surprisingly practical. Transparency in relationships isn't about oversharing every detail. It's about ensuring the foundations are built on truth, not appearances. Because here's the truth. Secrets have an expiration date, and when they surface, they don't just sting, they scar. So what can you, sitting at home, take away from a story that seems worlds away from your daily reality? 3 simple but powerful reminders. 1. Ask the questions you're afraid to ask. Avoiding them doesn't make the truth disappear. It only buries it deeper. 2. Don't idolize perfection. The perfect life we see in public is often polished fiction. Yours doesn't need to look flawless to be real and meaningful. 3. Choose authenticity over image. At the end of the day, the people who truly matter will value honesty far more than appearances.